Imagine, for a moment, that you are a master criminal. You have rehearsed your alibi 1,000 times, eliminating every shred of evidence. You have practiced your tone of voice, your eye contact, and even your breathing. You sit in the interrogation room, calm. The detective asks you a question. You open your mouth to deliver the perfect lie, confident and prepared. But just as the words leave your lips, your hand rises. It is lightning fast, almost imperceptible, barely noticed consciously. Your index finger quickly rubs the side of your nose. Or perhaps you smooth your mustache, adjust glasses, or scratch your neck. To you, it was nothing, an itch, a reflex. To an expert, it was a scream of subconscious panic. It tried to physically shove the lie back into your mouth. It is one of the oldest reflexes. It is called the hand-to-face barrier. No matter how smart you are, you cannot fully delete it, ever. Why? Because your body is hardwired to tell the truth, even when your mind tries to deceive. Welcome to the anatomy of a lie. To understand it, we have to go back to children. Evulai, itiaklom si beautifulosely. If a 5-year-old says, "I didn't eat the cookie," while face covered in chocolate, hands fly to mouth. This isn't learned behavior, it is universal. Children in Tokyo, New York, and uncontacted tribes all do this. The brain realizes untrue words are leaving the vocal cords. The motor cortex fires a desperate command. Stop it. The hands fly up to physically block the exit. The brain tries to suppress the deceit at source. As we grow older, we become socially conditioned. Covering the mouth looks suspicious, childish, or like obvious guilt. But here is the terrifying part. The impulse never goes away. It persists, firing every time you lie. The neurological command "cover the mouth" is still sent by the limbic system every time you deceive. It happened butas adult med hand. Instead of covering the mouth, the hand detours. It lands on the nose, touches cheek, rubs eye, scratches earlobe. Psychologists call this the adult mask. It is the ghost of the child you once were, disguised subtly. But to understand why this happens, we must examine the chemistry of the lie. Deception triggers a war state. We've all heard Pinocchio. He tells a lie, and his nose grows. Science shows this is biologically rooted. Researchers at University of Granada and later in Chicago found Carlo Collodi stumbled upon a biological truth accidentally. When Yuli Sehane reacts in your autonomic nervous system, triggering stress and physical responses simultaneously. First, fear of detection even, subconscious triggers release of catecholamines. These are stress hormones surging through your bloodstream. They prepare the body for fight or flight, creating tension and physiological changes simultaneously throughout the nervous system. This chemical surge causes two things. Number 1, your blood pressure rises. Number 2, tissues in the nose engorge. Yes, the nose contains erectile tissue similar to other body parts. Blood engorges it, causing microscopic swelling invisible to naked eye. Thermal imaging can detect it, a phenomenon formerly called the Pinocchio effect. You cannot see it directly, but feel it. The swelling presses against sensitive nerve endings in the nasal cavity, creating a tingling sensation, an itch that demands scratching. The liar experiences a double whammy. Primitive brain signals cover the mouth. Stress creates a physical itch above the mouth. The result is the nose touch, perfect storm of biology and psychology. The hand comes up, then diverts. Watch Clinton, Nixon, athletes denying steroid use. You will see it again, a quick, almost casual brush of nose. But the nose is not the only traitor. The hand-to-face barrier has many heads, showing stress, doubt, or deception physically. A disciplined person might suppress nose touch, keeping hands folded. But the energy of deceit manifests somewhere, always escaping control. Desmond Morris, famous zoologist, observed nurses instructed to lie. Liars increased hand-to-face gestures significantly compared to truth-tellers. They did not just touch noses. They touched ears, rubbed eyes, and pulled collars, showing universal deceptive behavior patterns. The eye rub comes next. Children cover eyes to hide from scary movies or scolding parents instinctively. Adults cannot cover eyes fully when lying. The brain disguises it. The eye rub is adult hiding behavior. When lying, adults break eye contact, rub eyelids subconsciously to block the sight of the deceived, distancing from guilt. Next is the ear grab, hear no evil reflex. Children cover ears. Adults tug earlobe or scratch behind ear during lies. It is an attempt to unhear falsehoods, to block auditory signals from deception, knowingly or subconsciously. Finally, the neck scratch, often with index finger, scratching side of neck below earlobe. Observations show average 5 scratches per episode. Rarely 1, rarely 10. This gesture signals doubt or uncertainty, a physical manifestation of internal disagreement with one's own words. This introduces the vexil signal. In semiotics, a vexil modifies another signal. In deception, it reveals information leakage. Hand-to-face barrier is a vexil of information suppression. Think of your body as a pressure cooker. Truth is steam. When you lie, you clamp and fresh. Pressure builds physically, and the hand attempts to keep lid on. This happens not just when lying to others. It occurs when you lie to yourself, suppressing internal truths physically. In meetings, someone proposes a terrible idea, and everyone agrees. You nod, saying yes, great plan, but hand drifts up. You aren't maliciously lying, just polite. Brain knows it's false, attempting to stop words of agreement from escaping vocal cords. The hand-to-face barrier reveals something deeper than deceit. It reveals insecurity, the subconscious admission of internal discomfort or doubt when we remain open. Chest exposed, palms visible, face unobstructed, nothing to hide, nothing to protect consciously or subconsciously. Bringing hand to face creates a shield, putting a physical barrier between cognitive center and outside world, protecting thoughts. In debates, one candidate with open gestures signals confidence. Another, constantly touching face or adjusting microphone, shows internal struggle. The one touching their face is conflicted, lying or not believing their words. Gesture betrays subconscious conflict despite verbal narrative. The lesson: words are analyzed endlessly. But the human body communicates far longer, deeper, and more honestly than speech ever could. Next time you speak with someone, watch their hands carefully. Words can lie, but gestures reveal the subconscious truth clearly. If someone praises a gift, but touches nose quickly, Rubs eye during project discussion or coughs to cover mouth. Watch closely. Listen to the hand, not the mouth. The mouth constructs narratives. The hand acts as primal, unfiltered witness to reality. The mouth is a lawyer trained to persuade. The hand is a child unable to keep secrets. And the child always tells truth.